Zum Thema Tunnelgraben und Knast und oder zum Thema Tunnelgraben und Milieu, weiß nicht mehr, wann das war. Wir können gleich gerne recherchieren. Ich meine Ende der 80er oder Anfang der 90er, ist ja auch egal. Da gab es in Berlin einen spektakulären Bankraub. Und da hat man, das war damals schon, ich rede wirklich einer der ersten, das war der erste sogar, Banktunnelraub in Berlin. Und einer dieser Herren war ein Verwandter von mir. Ja, da war auch damals Riesentheater.
In our next installment, we take you to a scene in the middle of a frenzied roadside interrogation. A federal inmate named Richard Lee McNair, who had just escaped from prison, attempted to convince police that he was a runner, going by the handle Robert Jones.
What's your name? Robert Jones.
Robert Jones?
Why I'm not supposed to be on the tracks?
In explanation for his false identity, he steadily referred to himself as Robert Jones, as if he had the personal details and background associated with that identity.
What is, we got an escapee.
Oh. Where from?
Prison.
There's a prison here?
Yeah.
McNair provided further explanation, creating layers of depth
Guck mal,
to
der
his
hat den.
false identity. He detailed
bleibt
his
aber
fake
cool.
story, trying to convince the police that he was a jogger. It's all a mental game that led the police in the opposite direction. This unexplained event will leave everyone stunned. Amidst the quiet and serene atmosphere, two inmates sprang into action, planning their escape in an unexpected way. With his heart pounding, one of the inmates pushed a trash can as if there was nothing wrong with his actions. However, the unexpected happened after this. In the not too distant future, two inmates surprisingly came out of the bin, assuming they were one with it. It seemed that their plan had gone smoothly, so they carefully made their steps and remained hidden as they proceeded to make their escape and approached the boundary line to their freedom. Let's watch the atmosphere in the central prison of Paktika become very tense.
Wo ist das, in
and tense
Pakistan?
as news of Taliban control began to spread. After the prison fell to the Taliban, more than 300 prisoners quickly saw an opportunity to escape. They felt as if there was no time to hesitate. With courage and quick decisions, the prisoners
Die
moved
spazieren ja
together.
raus. Die spazieren da
These
einfach
prisoners
raus.
felt an overwhelming sense of freedom as they reached the prison's
Der
exit
nimmt noch
doors.
seine
A
ganze
large
Zelle
number of
mit.
escaped prisoners made it out of Paktika Central Prison, running headlong into the freedom they longed for. For them, it was a dramatic escape from the oppressive rule.
Der bricht nicht nur aus, der nimmt
Next
auch
up,
seine
an
Zelle mit.
unexpected
Ich habe
incident occurred in a detention center. The tense atmosphere of silence in one of the detention cells made the officers nervous about what the prisoners had done. The prisoners gathered with anxious faces, waiting for something routine to be done. An unexpected incident occurred a few seconds later. The prison gate, which should have been locked tightly, suddenly opened. This was the moment they had been waiting for. Quickly, one of the prisoners responded. With his heart pounding, he ran towards the door. The prison officers standing not far from the door were shocked and they tried to stop the man. However, his determination was too strong. Seeing his colleague succeed, another prisoner who had been hesitant saw an opportunity in the chaos. Quickly, he followed in the footsteps of his fellow escapee, running towards the freedom he longed for. It is this
Boss
tension
Lady
and quick decision amidst the
1881
chaos
hat
that
abonniert.
describes this inmate's dramatic escape. In the footage that follows, we are transported to the powerful and heavily guarded prison Matroskaya Tishina in Moscow. An astonishing event took place there as a dangerous prisoner escaped in thrilling fashion. It didn't take long for this prisoner to turn his thoughts into action. He stretched out a piece of rope and tied it through a window in the prison. Then slowly, step by step, he descended and jumped down, holding on like a ninja to the rope he had made, moving to another part of the prison wall. Reaching the other side, he confidently entered the officer's room without arousing suspicion, then exited without being noticed. Former Matroskaya Tishina Detention Center employees are now on trial for their failures, and the dangerous prisoner remains at large. The next act is unforgettable, as the cameras of a detention center captured the nerve-wracking moment a 19-year-old teenager made a desperate decision for his freedom. Travis Copeland did the unthinkable, escaping from prison in the hope of freedom. With fierce determination, Copeland seized the opportunity that arose. He escaped from his cell and quickly found his way out, changing direction and doing the pariah in the opposite direction. The teenager looked for a way to escape. He tried to break the window that he thought was his hope. However, unbeknownst to him, the window was designed to be bulletproof, and his attempt failed. In desperation, he finally realized that the window would not provide a way out and chose to give up. Feeling crushed,
Scheibe war hier,
sent back to his
panzergesichert,
rigid jail.
Panzerglas.
In a tense Milwaukee County courthouse, an unexpected moment occurred. A man accused of a gripping murder tried to escape. While the situation in court was chaotic, Dwayne pretended to communicate with his girlfriend. They both understood each other without words. Every detail they observed could be the key to a successful escape. With what seemed like a casual conversation with his father, Dwayne walked towards the exit. Without anyone suspecting a thing, he strode to his freedom as if he was just a casual visitor leaving the court. This escape involved three people: Dwayne, the murder suspect, his determined father, and his devoted girlfriend running the show. They made it to the white van they had planned to drive in. Inside, Dwayne's mother waited
Vater hat dir bei
patiently,
Flucht
ready to pick
geholfen.
them
Oh,
up in
der
an
war im
escape story
Krankenhaus.
full of deep intrigue. In a moment of thrilling footage, a video captured an inmate escaping by jumping off a high wall and continuing his escape using public transportation to get to his hiding place. A
Fußgelenk
prisoner,
gebrochen,
filled with
Sprunggelenk.
determination to escape, decided to take a big risk. With cautious
Oh,
steps,
jo.
he approached the prison's 40-foot high wall and leapt to claim his freedom. This obstacle would be the true test of his will. Unexpectedly, despite relying only on
Sprunggelenk
his
kaputt.
legs, he seemed to have no problem after jumping off the monstrous high wall. He then continued his escape, using passing public transportation to ride to his hiding place. This time, we dive into a grim interrogation room where tension reigned supreme, an uncompromising confrontation brewed, and we get to see it up close. The bandit members of the Yaskul group have become the citizens' nightmare. They don't just steal from innocent homes, they take away all valuables and even commit gruesome acts like murder. When they were in the interrogation room, the ringleader showed no signs of humility. Instead, he chose the path of confrontation. He seemed unable to be friendly.
Da.
In a
Da,
moment of
da,
anger, the
da.
ringleader Ashul tried to break the cage that confined him. Harsh words spilled from his lips, creating a strong atmosphere of tension. This confrontation reflects the chaos and brutality they display to the outside world. We now move to a tense moment when the emotions at the Oregon courthouse dominated. Murder suspect Eddie Villalobos Jr. was being put through the paces by the bailiffs. No one could have predicted what happened next. Villalobos, a 28-year-old man accused of murder and a number of other crimes, was supposed to attend a court hearing to begin his legal proceedings. However, he decided to do something unexpected. He escaped while being questioned by officers. With a burst of speed, he
hat die
ran away
Schellen
through the
und
hallways,
abbekommen,
leaving
damit
the
vom
court
Richter
officers
quatschen
shocked and
kann.
confused. This
Haut
was
da
the
direkt
moment
ab,
where he took
bevor
advantage
Richter
of the
kommt.
situation to escape.
Der hat noch
He
Donuts
sprinted towards
gegessen,
the
der
exit,
Officer.
normally used by court employees. This dramatic incident took place on February 28th, and the Washington County Court made the video footage public. The incident sparked a massive, thrilling manhunt. It shows how an unexpected opportunity can change the course of legal proceedings. Next, we sink into the darkness of a South Carolina prison cell where an inmate devised a controversial act
Sind
in
das
locked
nicht die Island
cyberspace.
Boys?
A new video that has just surfaced shows an inmate in a very confined situation wielding a shiny knife. The small spotlight in the room highlighted his threat, creating eerie shadows. For him, this was the moment he chose to go live on Facebook. His actions, however controversial, have captured the public's attention. Confidently, the inmate brandished his weapon in front of the camera. This video will continue to spark debate about prison policy and the use of social media
Einfach
from
mit
behind
Waffe, mit
bars.
Messer.
An unexpected turn of events left New Orleans justice officials bewildered. On a busy night on Bourbon Street in New Orleans in 2014, a dramatic incident broke the silence of the city's top brass as footage of an inmate was taken. In the video, the inmate talked about how he should be in prison,
Y'all know I'm supposed to be in jail right now.
but is currently freely enjoying the pleasures of the cozy outside world in a video clip. He spoke in a shocking tone, and viewers of the video are faced with the question, how can something like this happen? As these events unfolded, confusion mounted.
Y'all gonna pay me. I'm on Bourbon with the sword. You heard me? I ain't supposed to be out here. You know I'm supposed to be in jail. I go to court, July. No, I go to court when it is. August the 5th. If they don't let me go, I'm running.
And many tensely questioned whether he had escaped from the court or if the court had actually given him permission to be in the area. Let's now dive into shocking surveillance video footage of Cook County Jail inmates. At Cook County Jail, inmates celebrated Shamari Leggett, a suspect facing serious charges, including the murder of Commander Paul Bauer of the Chicago Police Department. They boldly gave him
Das
a
ist auf
round
jeden
of
Fall kein
applause, treating
Eierdieb.
him like a hero. This video footage sparked a huge question mark throughout the prison and society. Was this act of clapping an expression of solidarity or a form of support for a suspect in a serious case like Leggett? Was it a manifestation of distrust of the police or a larger form of resistance to authority? Right from the start, it's apparent that something is not right. As this footage continues, you will witness a series of events that gradually led to a significant event. In a tense action sequence, shouts of joy echoed through the car. Prisoners had managed to
That's okay,
escape. In a
Knast.
bold and dramatic effort, they were able to escape from surveillance, leaving shocked and dumbfounded
So,
officers
der hat den
behind.
bestimmt
As the
den
car
Knast
drove down the
angeliefert.
Moscow
Der kam
Ring
von
Road,
unten
the prisoners
rausgekommen.
tampered with a door lock that allowed them to escape while traveling to another regional prison. This left the officers very confused when they arrived at the scene, as no one was inside. This will be an unforgettable moment amidst the worry
So,
and the
das von
manhunt that
oben
was about to
abgehauen.
begin. Next, we have footage from December 2020 at a McDonald's in Gary. In a bewildering getaway incident, the officer of a black SUV appeared to be confused about having made a fatal mistake. That sunny afternoon, within the calm atmosphere of the McDonald's outlet, a black SUV was seen placing a drive-through order. However, something unexpected happened a few seconds later. A person who appeared to be sitting in the second row of the car suddenly got out and ran
Das ist
away.
auch ein geiler Bulle, ehrlich. Was ist das für eine Nummer? Was da hinten Häftling, aber hält's mal eben bei McDrive an.
The officer turned the SUV around. He had every
Ja,
intention of
jetzt haut
chasing
er
the
ab, der
person
Officer.
down,
Ja,
but
bist du
due to his
bekloppt?
panic, it seemed that this could not be done. He then got out to chase the person in a hurry. Unfortunately, the prisoner is still at large as the officer was unable to apprehend him.
Warte eine Nummer. Hast du einen Häftling? Ja, warte, ich halt mal kurz bei McDrive an. Hol mir erstmal ein Big Mac.
This incident that stunned people online occurred on the morning of January 2022. With his hands cuffed and eager to evade pursuit, the prisoner launched into action. He ran away from the sheriff's car by breaking the glass. He ran as fast as he could across the deserted store parking lot and then ran towards the parking area. It was thrilling to see him in action. The panting officer struggled to catch up as the agile prisoner passed obstacles to evade pursuit. With a daring leap, the prisoner escaped, leaving the officer feeling hopeless.
Ah, das ist auch weggekommen.
In Espanola, New Mexico, some police officers accidentally stumbled upon something
Ja, ich
far
glaube,
more
den
mysterious
Sporttest bei
than
der
a common
Polizei
criminal.
sollte
They
man
caught more than
jedes
just a
Jahr
criminal.
nachholen.
They caught an unfathomable mystery. In
Ah,
an
oder
event
bei der
that may only
Justiz.
happen once in a lifetime, the surveillance cameras at the police station
Ja,
recorded
guck dir mal
something
an. Sportlich ist
unexpected.
er
A
nicht.
puzzling and eerie image, something referred to by some as a ghost, an inexplicable mysterious entity, was captured in the evening light outside the police station. Upon encountering this image, officers found themselves deeply perplexed. Their duty was to combat crime in the physical realm, not grapple with the supernatural.
das ist
This
ein Geist.
enigmatic image
Der
shattered
Polizei
their
war, der
beliefs and defied
Justizbeamte.
common sense, leaving many officers wary of night shifts at the precinct. Their confusion ran deep, and understandably so.
Nastausbrüche. Ja, da waren ein paar pfiffige Shababs dabei. Wie gesagt, wie würdest du das machen oder was hättest du gemacht? Meine Strafe abgesessen. Ja, komm, hast Scheiße gebaut. Steh da, Mann. Mach dich gerade.